South Korean President Lee Jae Myung has made headlines with an unusual and eye-catching appeal to North Korean leader Kim Jong Un. President Lee used a touch of cultural symbolism in his diplomatic message. On social media, he posted a playful image comparing himself and North Korean leader Kim Jong Un to beloved Korean animated penguin characters. He wrote that he hoped for the day that marks the end of the abnormal state of turmoil and hostility on the peninsula. He ended his message with a direct invitation using the penguin characters to say, in effect, "Let's meet." But Pyongyang, however, has not commented on the post. Now, the reference was not random. The penguins are inspired by Portraying, the Little Penguin, one of South Korea's most popular children's animated series. The show is a cultural icon across generations. Some of its early animation work was outsourced to North Korean studios in the early 2000s, during a rare period of inter-Korean cooperation. The post, while light-hearted in tone, comes against a very serious backdrop. Relations between North and South Korea are at their worst in years. Pyongyang has declared itself an irreversible nuclear state, carried out a string of missile tests, and cut off most forms of official contact with Seoul. Well, this is not the first time Seoul has sought to normalize relations with North Korea. President Lee Jae Myung has repeatedly urged Pyongyang to allow meetings between relatives separated by the Korean War, families divided for more than 7 decades. The issue remains one of the few areas where Seoul continues to press for humanitarian cooperation. In fact, during his visit to Beijing, the South Korean leader said he had asked Chinese President Xi Jinping to support Seoul's efforts to reach out to North Korea.
I expressed our hope that China could play a mediating role as a peace broker to help facilitate communication with North Korea. President Xi acknowledged our efforts so far and said patience is needed.
Now, with diplomacy frozen and trust nearly non-existent, Lee's penguin post appears to be a calculated move. It blends culture, nostalgia and symbolism to cut through years of hostility. However, how North Korea chooses to respond remains unclear. In a region where words are often sharp and signals are often military, a simple image of 2 penguins meeting has sparked a fresh conversation about peace. For now then, the penguins stand as a reminder that even in one of the world's most divided regions, the idea of dialogue has not completely melted away. The world doesn't fit in boxes, so why should your news? From battlefields to negotiation tables, from internet outrage to real-world injustice. The conversations everyone is having and the ones they're avoiding. It's the same show, but this new year, Firstpost America gets a new look. I'm Kerry Johnston, and this is Firstpost America.